All right, the next big time game, a little shocked here. A
Big
little
shock.
shocked.
Big shock.
Uh, I mean, but not really in the sense of they won in the way that they had to win. They're off Oklahoma, Alabama. Set over Oklahoma, Alabama. Oklahoma wins 23-21. Oklahoma is going to win this game. The only way was going to be if the defense played at an incredibly high level and if the defense was able to score points. Guess what? The defense played at an incredibly high level. They made Alabama, who's already one dimensional, even more one dimensional, and they got what 3 turnovers and a pick six. Like they had to do that because the offense is still not very good.
Yeah.
That played out. I just didn't think Alabama would turn the ball over 3 times.
No.
And you can say all you want, like, oh, Alabama lost the game, Alabama lost the game. No, I'm going to say Oklahoma defensively forced those turnovers, and that's
Mhm.
part of the game, and they took advantage and won it because of that.
And there was another pick that got called back. I remember texting you right
Yeah.
away, like, "What is happening?" And they called pass interference or something. So it probably, should have been fourth and 4, and it should have been worse. But I think the craziest thing, again, this is why I get so mad at people that just like look at stat sheets and just say stuff, like don't really watch games. If you just look at this, Oklahoma has 200 yards of offense. Alabama has 330 passing yards. You would think they slaughtered them. You'd think it'd be a
Yep.
triple, 3-score game here, and it wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Oklahoma freaking won, and it was gritty, and it was exactly how our bad scenario. This is going to happen. That's the only way they can win, and they did
That's
it.
the only way they can
And
win.
it was insane to watch, and I think honestly, it was. I don't know. It was the perfect storm. Brent Venables has their number. Like he owns Bama. It's kind of
Crazy.
that weird thing of what Bama has to Georgia, what Georgia has to Texas, Oklahoma has to Bama. It's like this
Yep.
weird circle of death that just goes on between the 4 of those schools. And obviously Texas beat Oklahoma this year, which makes no sense.
I mean,
It's a
this is the issue with
shocking.
Alabama, though. I mean, they're so reliant on Ty Simpson. We said this was an issue a week ago,
Mhm,
that
mhm,
if Ty Simpson did not play Superman football,
mhm.
it was gonna beat them, and it
Yeah.
did. It did. I mean, they got bit. And not saying Ty played a horrendous game by any means, but it's a lot of pressure and a lot on the quarterback's plate to have to be perfect
Right.
without any sort of supporting cast when it comes to running the football.
Yep.
And just being able to just pound the rock and pound the rock and pound the rock and pound the rock. So, a disappointing loss at home for the Crimson Tide. I think the question now is, Emac, is this sustainable for Oklahoma? Because now all of a sudden Oklahoma's 8-2.
Yeah.
They're 4-2 in the conference. They have games against Missouri, who's without their starting quarterback, and they have games against LSU, both games at home. So now all of a sudden you're looking at an Oklahoma team that will be favored to be 10-2 heading into the playoffs. But is the way they won yesterday sustainable into the playoffs? Like, are we looking at a team that could contend to win a championship?
Yeah. I think what's interesting, I don't know. I'll flip this back to you because I have bias in it, and maybe you
Yeah.
do too, but maybe not. This team feels like it could be and could go on the run that Florida State could have and should have went on once Jordan Travis got hurt. A team that wins with defense. That's the question that we're asking. Can a defense win a championship on defense? Because that team, I think, could have. I think they were that elite. You look at the
Yeah.
players they have in the NFL right now, what they were doing, and they didn't get that opportunity. Now it wasn't an expanded playoff. They would have if that would have been the case, 3 years ago. But that's what's interesting. And R. Mason Thomas is out. He didn't
He
play
didn't even
in
play.
this
That's
game.
crazy.
I don't know the extent of his injury. Clearly it wasn't that affected. That the team still played well. But I think if the question is can they make the playoff, yes. If the question is can they win a playoff game, I don't know that. And clearly they could because they just beat Bama, but I don't know. It feels like if you're one-dimensional in that caliber of football, you're gonna struggle, but you also have a defensive mind and Coach Venables that if you give him 2 weeks to prepare for a game, he's gonna be locked in and know
Yep.
everything that you do. So, yeah, I believe in my guy. Why not? Why not make a
Yeah.
run, Oklahoma?
I mean,
Why not?
let's go to the losses this year. I mean, the one loss to Texas, your quarterback coming off of a broken thumb that he just had surgery 3 weeks before. I mean, yes, yes, you have an elite defense. So to back it up even further, if you can win in Tuscaloosa, then yes, you can win a championship. I think that's the first thing. the reasons why elite defense, and yes, the defense is going to keep you in games. And I think we all still believe that like there is that still put on the cape, John Mateer, Superman. And yesterday was it a perfect example of like it wasn't super flashy, but he was gritty in the run game when he had to be. That touchdown run was tremendous. And then he didn't turn the football over. And I think for them, like that has to be the recipe.
Right.
It's hey, Mateer, maybe you won't put up these crazy stats because we've kind of reined in this reckless mentality of just throw it all over the ballpark like you're Brett Favre out there and really not care where who catches it. I'm just out there trying to make big plays and understand that we have to be as a football team very complimentary in the sense of protecting it and trusting the defense. And then you have to be able to make first downs or even get in the end zone with your legs when we do get opportunities. And another part of their game that's been really well is the special teams. I mean, obviously,
Right.
first punt return of the game versus Alabama to be able to just get 3 points right there to steal some points because of a punt return. So I think overall defense, Mateer continuing to grow, get healthy in the way he can play. Do I think they're going to? No.
Right.
Not with some of the teams that we know that can score points. Like, can Oklahoma slow down Georgia's offense? Can they slow down Ohio State's offense? Can they slow down Indiana's offense? That are multidimensional, not just
Mhm.
a pass offense like Alabama. I
Right.
don't think so,
Yeah.
but you gotta play the game. And maybe they're just that unicorn of a defense that is capable of keeping most offenses to under 25 points. And if you can keep your
Mhm.
team under 25 points, you're gonna have an opportunity to win those football games down the stretch. So,
Yeah, because I
lots
mean,
to win,
I look
man.
at who they played with, Ole Miss, like, who's the most balanced offense attack they played? Ole Miss and Tennessee, and they split. They went 1-1, and
Yep,
so that one of those was in Knoxville, which
yep,
I think when you can go to, you know, Knoxville, win there, when you can go to Tuscaloosa, win there, back to back, I mean,
yep,
that's huge. That is championship level football, but you are right. Once you play an attack that can do both, it does get a little iffy. It'll
yep,
be interesting to see. I'm with it though. I like it. I like the chaos of this year, how weird it is, and that we've got teams winning in so many different ways.